This is the Global Market Consulting Services team presentation on the company UPS. Team introduction of Elizabeth, Erica, Kelsey, Marissa, and Noel. Marissa is the team leader responsible for team paper, including the summary and column 1 questions. Elizabeth was responsible for the overview, organization and history, and sharing the recommendations. Noel was responsible for team introduction, the PowerPoint presentation, and slides. Erica was responsible for recommendations made and issues found. Understanding how businesses engage in environmental management is important given growing global concerns about the depletion of natural resources and reductions in biodiversity. Businesses have been criticized for their contribution to the destruction of the natural environment. Many have responded by adapting their management practices, production processes, and products, but they still face several challenges in reducing their impact on the environment. Many businesses have taken a formal approach by espousing an environmental management system. EMS is used to guide environmental planning and the implementation of standards. Environmental management systems are a collection of internal policies, assessments, plans, and implementation actions to reduce the impact of a business on the environment. Businesses need to take an official approach of accountability in protecting the environment by adopting an environmental management system. The EMS is being adopted by most businesses, including UPS, and needs to be an essential part of the business activities. The EMS should be the guide to environmental planning and implementing standards to include a collection of internal policies, assessments, plans, and implementation actions to reduce the impact of a business on the environment. There are 5 steps businesses need to take and policies to include when developing an EMS. Here they are as follows. There are considerable differences in the types of environmental management systems businesses implement. In addition, there are systems suited to the needs of specific businesses. Some of the options available are here below. None of these frameworks constitute an ideal model for any business. However, it is necessary to review UPS's internal EMS policy and see if they follow their own policies. If research finds a compliancy issue, the company, as a global conglomerate, may be unapproachable, so the alternative would be to use social media as a forum to address the issues and recommendations to the specified areas. UPS headquarters are presently located in Sandy Springs, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. Currently, accessible retail locations, UPS brought mailboxes, etc. in 2001 and later renamed them UPS stores. The UPS store offers mailbox, shipping, and clerical services to individuals and small businesses. A publicly traded company since 1999, UPS began as a business in 1907 as American Messenger Company in Seattle, Washington, started by 2 teenagers, James Casey and Claude Ryan. Borrowing $100 from their startup capital, they opened their business in a cellar beneath Ryan's uncle's tavern. They employed other teenagers for their deliveries, which were on foot or by bicycle, depending on the delivery distance. In 1912, they opened their second office, and the following year, and through a merger with their competitor, acquired the company's first truck, a Model T Ford. Delivering merchants' orders from the suppliers to the stores, they decided to change the company name to Merchants Parcel Delivery. Hiring a third manager in 1916, Charles Soderstrom had the marketing strategy to paint the vehicles dark brown since it would conceal the grime accumulated from the long hours driven over unpaved roads. In 1930, Claude Ryan left the company, and that is when Casey decided to increase the business territory to areas outside of Seattle. So he opened an office in Oakland, California, where the current company's name was officially changed to United Parcel Service. By the end of the decade, James Casey had expanded operations over all the west coast of the United States. The UPS vision statement. Our goal is to synchronize the world of commerce by developing business solutions that create value and competitive advantages for our customers. The UPS vision is guided by 4 strategies: expanding their global network, serving the needs of consumers around the world, providing unique and industry-specific customer solutions, and deploying technology-enabled operations. UPS has a presence in every sphere of the global logistics market. This market includes contract logistics, transportation, distribution, air freight, ground freight, ocean freight, customs brokerage, and insurance and financing. The company operates 104,398 package cars, vans, tractors, and motorcycles, including 6,845 plus non-conventional fuel vehicles. It serves 382 airports in the U.S. and 346 airports internationally. In 2015, United Parcel Service reported total revenues of $58.4 billion. The company's primary competitor in the U.S. is the Memphis-headquartered FedEx Corporation. UPS also competes with multiple local, regional, national, and international carriers. In the international arena, UPS competes with worldwide postal services like Deutsche Post, motor carriers, freight forwarders, and DHL. What recommendations in each area would you suggest to help the organization? What are the environmental issues that the organization's management is facing? What strategies are being implemented to adapt these environments? One of UPS's environmental issues they face is how can they deliver more while using less to meet their sustainability goals. UPS has over 100,000 package cars and vans, of which 8,300 of them are alternative fuel and advanced technology vehicles. In 2016, 16% of their vehicles purchased, more than 1,250 were alternative or advanced technology. These vehicles will replace about 20% of their current conventional diesel and gasoline ground fleet. UPS has a goal that by 2025, 40% of their ground fleet fuel will be from low carbon fuels and 25% of their vehicles will have alternative or advanced technology vehicles. By the end of 2016, UPS invested in more than $750 million in alternative fuel and advanced technology vehicles. In 2016, UPS completed their release of the Orion software, on-road integrated optimization and navigation. Since the initial release in 2013, they have reduced the distance traveled by ground fleet by 210 million miles, saving 210,000 metric ton reduction in CO2 emissions and an annual cost saving of $400 million. UPS has taken a number of steps to ensure that the company is meeting sustainability goals. Completing the Orion software was a major improvement for routing, but are they ensuring that they don't have several packages going to the same area by different drivers? Local delivery stores, for example, pizza delivery, group multiple orders together, and take them all at once. While I understand there may be multiple factors that would affect this not being able to happen, I have seen packages delivered to one neighborhood, then shortly after, another delivered down the road. What are issues involved in managing a diverse workforce, and conduct necessary research to address these issues? UPS serves to over 220 countries and territories and realize that diversity will be defined definitely all over the world. Their broad overview of diversity includes visible characteristics such as race, gender, or age, as well as less obvious characteristics such as personality. As a global company, they believe their culture should reflect the diversity and inclusion that thrives both internally and externally. UPS offers BRG, a business resource group that offers networking and learning opportunities outside of the regular work teams. In 2016, the BRG marked the 10-year anniversary of the BRG for the Women's Leadership Development, or WLD. Women make up 20% of the UPS team, and unfortunately, this still continues to be seen as a male-dominant workforce. Additional recommendations for the company. UPS has several processes and programs that are helping them create a diverse workforce, one in which looks for investments in underrepresented areas, and the other to recruit and retain women in the workforce. When looking in areas that are underrepresented, they should be taking the female population into consideration. While the company boasts that 42% of the employees are ethnically diverse, have they taken into consideration of hiring or starting programs for individuals with disabilities? UPS may want to consider hiring, if they haven't already, those with special needs or disabilities into the workforce. This is already happening in other companies where they seek to employ these individuals. In this project, our team has learned of the environmental factors that affect a huge business like UPS, and also how to effectively manage a diverse workforce. Environmental factors such as holidays can cause a major problem for businesses that are not prepared for an increased demand of their service in such a short amount of time. As we learned from UPS, they are now spending more and more money on facilities and employees in order to stay afloat with the demand during the holiday time of year. As such, it leads to another problem that many businesses face, which is capital spending. Essentially, the business is forced to spend more money on itself in order to ensure customer satisfaction and longevity of the company. Managing a diverse workforce is something that we have learned as well. It can still be very difficult for businesses to do. Resistance is one of the main factors that will prevent a diversity plan from becoming effective. Disorganization of a diversity plan and lack of communication will also lead to ineffectiveness of diversity management. Defining a clear diversity statement will lead a business in the right direction, since the company will have an established vision for what they want diversity to look like in their company.